In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to pull your student guides from Edmodo into PDF notes where they're going to be stored. So the first thing you're going to do, because your instructor has saved your student guides in the shared folder, is you're going to log in to your Edmodo app. You're going to go to your backpack, and as you can see where your backpack items listed, there's also an arrow. If you click on the arrow, it's going to bring up several options. Your folders, share folders, and then anything that's been attached to posts. Where we're going to go to pull your student guides is in the shared folders. Your folders will be listed in there by weeks, but for this one we're going to go to Unit 2. When you click on it, it's going to bring up the student guide and give you the option in the upper right hand corner with the arrow to open in another app. Because we're saving all our apps in PDF notes, we're going to say open in another app. It's going to bring up several options. We're going to scroll over till we find open in PDF notes. PDF notes is going to automatically open the document for you. If you click on the bottom, it will bring up so that you can get back to your library if you just wanted to store it. But let's go into the student guide. When you're in PDF notes, one of the first things that you want to do, because as you can see, your tools keep disappearing. You want to click on the bottom till the tool button comes up, click on it, and where it says auto hide, you want to change that to never. That way, all your tools will always be available. Go back, and then you can see all your tools will be at the top all the time. If you don't want that to be there, then you can go back and do the same thing and then have it so that it will actually disappear. As you can see, there are several different tool options that we've covered already. If you continue to click on the buttons at the top, it will continue to change your toolbar. Highlight with different options, colors, the thickness of the highlighter, the text box. If you wanted to insert a text box, you would just click and it will bring up your text box. And then you would just type in your text. If you wanted to make a note, hit the text box tiny button, and then it will just show you where that text box was put. Other options, if you continue to click, if you wanted to highlight something because you needed to look it up in Google, then you would just highlight, and then it will bring up several options. One of them is Google. So if you needed to look up a word, it will give you the option to look up that word if you're connected to Wi-Fi. There's also other things that you can do with that as well. Highlight it, as well as just annotate. If you continue to click through and you were finished, you can just go through with the X at the top, and that will just allow you to scroll through your student guide. That will bring up your pen, where you can change colors and thicknesses again. It will also bring up your eraser. If at any point you need to scroll to further down into the document, at the bottom of the screen you'll see a bar. If you click on that bar, it will bring up a mini version of the student guide so that you can scroll through if you're looking for a certain section and click on that. This will also allow you to go ahead and put in a highlight that you want to refer back to later, as well as text boxes. Again, if you click on the tiny text, it will take it back so it's smaller. So the next thing that we're going to show you is also how to bookmark. If on the lower left hand you can see there are three options: your library, if you're going to actually send it somewhere, and then this one, which actually will allow you to put in bookmarks. If you click on that, bookmark, add, it's going to add a bookmark to the page that you're actually on. You can also edit if you wanted to remove that bookmark. If you click on outline, it's going to bring up all the chapters. If there are chapters in your student guide, it's going to bring up all the chapters. So if you wanted to go to that chapter, you would click on it. Or your notes, you can go back and look at the notes that you took, and if you wanted to go to that note, you clicked on it, it will take you back to that page where that note was taken. And anytime you want to get out of that, you just click back onto the student guide. In order to scroll through, it's very important that you know that your box at the top has to be the X, or the circle with a line through it, in order to just be able to scroll through. And that is PDF Notes.